Hi Virgo, welcome to your September reading and happy birthday month for all the Virgos. This is for Virgo Sun, Moon or Ascendant, or if you're watching for your person of interest to get more insight on what's going on with the person that you know who's a Virgo, then this reading could also be for you as well. So I've already shuffled all my decks and I've put down your cards. What we have here is where you are now, the challenge you face, the resources you can use. This is the hidden forces, the potential outcome. And from the runes, we're going to pull one for what is the spiritual lesson in your situation. All right. Okay, this is an interesting spread. It looks to me like there's issues here around resources. That's what I'm picking up on, first of all, based on the Empress being in reverse, the Six of Pentacles here, and this rune, which has to do with wealth, property, resources, money, and it's in the reverse position. So you're in the position here of the Queen of Swords in reverse in your current situation. It looks to me like there might be some difficulty with communication. Either you're cold and blocked and you're not able to be open and forthcoming with what you want to express from your heart, or the opposite might be the case and you're over communicating in ways that are cold and harsh and cutting and maybe ruthless even. I feel like maybe for some people watching this reading, this is not for everyone. Maybe this is a message for one person. You might be really frustrated in your situation at the moment, and that's causing you to not be at your best in terms of how you communicate what you're feeling with another person. You might be feeling a little like stingy in the way that you want to process a difficult situation. And what I mean by that is you're not as maybe patient or kind or generous or able to be in like a state of processing information where you are able to take it easy and be slow and patient with the way that you express what your experience is with the person that you're dealing with. That might not be for everyone. That could just be one person, because there's not necessarily another person in this reading for everyone. So that message is for people who are watching this reading that are in some kind of entanglement right now with another person where they have to deal with not exactly a conflict. It's not exactly like conflict resolution, but there is something there for someone about dealing with some kind of strife or challenging energy with another person where communication has been a little harsh or difficult. Now for others, if you're not dealing with another person per se with regards to that kind of dynamic, what I could see here is that you're feeling a little under the weather in terms of your emotional health. Maybe even your physical health could be an issue at this time. You could be feeling a little under pressure with yourself in terms of like you don't feel patient right now for the process that you're in, and it's making you feel a little irritable, and that irritability is affecting your mood on a daily basis, and therefore that's affecting your interactions with almost everyone that you have to deal with. So I feel like the main theme here for people here that the main information that I could offer that might be supportive advice would be patience. With the Hangman in reverse here, I feel like there is a need for patience. There's a need for kind of being able to just wait for things to unfold rather than trying to force a tide. That's something I feel here. Like you might be trying to get things rolling or have things unfold in a certain way that suits your agenda or what you think is the right timeline for things to happen. But I'm getting the message here that it's about just being in the moment of whatever process is happening and not trying to force something to get to the end so that you can be done with it. Now, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. Usually I would read each card in order, but I'm kind of just going with my intuition today. So the Six of Pentacles is in your reading in the position of what are the resources you can use. And the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, generosity, charity, sharing. It's about wealth management as well, resources. Again, I mentioned that at the beginning. I feel like there's some issues here around resources for some people. I feel the message here for the Six of Pentacles in that position of the spread is saying, again, be a little bit more generous with yourself and with the people that you're dealing with in terms of what actually is occurring. It might not actually be about physical generosity or sharing of money or resources, but it's more, what I'm feeling is more about just being more generous with the process and being able to, like, it's almost like giving yourself some cushion, if that makes sense. Like being able to just make your reality and the reality of the people you're involved with a little more soft and gentle, so that it's not this harsh Queen of Swords in reverse energy. You know, these people are almost opposite ends of the spectrum. The Queen of Swords is kind of in reverse. She's a little cold, maybe even calculating, strategic, a little cutting with words, a bit emotionally immature, and maybe isn't, sometimes on purpose, but sometimes not realizing how harsh the critiques are or the communication is. Whereas this character in the Six of Pentacles is really generous and giving and able to be supportive. You know, they kind of seeing how they want, this person wants everyone to be comfortable and have the best that they can get, right? So consider that in terms of what you can use, how you can use your own emotional intelligence to create a little bit more comfort in the environment that you're in, that you're sharing with others while this process is unfolding. Now, the potential outcome here is the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords and the Hangman are a little similar in their energy. You can't really tell from these decks, but in the Rider-Waite deck, the Four of Swords is about someone resting or meditating or just kind of having a time out. And the Hangman is a similar energy. It can be about meditation. It can be, mostly it's about surrender, patience, compromise as well. So I feel that those are themes here for you during this time. Being a little more patient, more rested, more well thought in your, how do I say that? Just taking your time to let your thoughts kind of roll through and process information in a more kind of easygoing and laid back way, and maybe pausing and letting information kind of process before you decide to communicate could be a good strategy to take here. Now, this rune, I did say before that this was about wealth, but I just looked at my notes and I got that wrong. The rune that I'm thinking of looks similar, but it has a little extra line here at the top. So this rune is called Ansuz. This is the upright position. And in the reverse position, what it says here in my notes is misunderstanding, delusion, manipulation, boredom, vanity, and grandiloquence. So let's see what it says in the upright position. So Ansuz is a representative of the ancestral god Odin. And what it says here is a revealing message or insight, communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words and naming, blessings, the taking of advice, good health, harmony, truth, and wisdom. So this feels very tied to the Queen of Swords and the Empress. As I mentioned in the beginning, there could be some issues there around communication and physical health. But so seeing that this has come out in the reverse position, I do feel, Virgo, that for some of you watching this reading, you might just need to check yourself here. It could be that you're the one dealing with this, that it's the other person that you're dealing with that is maybe not communicating well or having some issues. But it could just as easily be you. So be mindful, be careful in your speech, use emotional intelligence, take a time out if you need it, cultivate more patience, slow down in your thought process, so that when you do choose to speak, you're doing so with awareness, with eloquence, with compassion. And strive to overcome any misunderstandings or miscommunications. Just checking over here, but I feel... Oh, okay, one more thing I want to say here about the Six of Pentacles in this reading. With regard to that, the message that came through there with the rune and the last part of the reading, what's really important here is fairness. I'll say it again. What's really important here is fairness. So make sure you're always balancing the scales. And that, when I say that, I don't mean that it's not... I'm not saying that it's your job to create equality. Okay, so if you're having some kind of situation with someone where you feel like it's your job to teach them and even out the karma, that is delusional and that is very egotistical. That's not what I'm talking about. What's fair here is for you to take responsibility for what's yours to be responsible for. All right? I don't know how else to say that. So I'm going to leave this reading there. Virgo, I hope you found that helpful. It's been my honor and pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.